Hello, welcome everyone again with the session with Rimas Logic. Today we'll touch the base on the most popular topic for 2025, which is AI agents. I'll try to go through this topic, explain in very simplified way what are AI agents. We'll look into what is the difference between AI assistant and AI agent. Uh, Both buzzwords are technical, so try to differentiate for you and show you what is difference. So first we'll go with the theory. This is the primary step. And then in the second step, I will show you how it could be achieved in one of the automation platforms, which is N8N. N8N and how really you can set it up in minutes. So let's get a deep dive into that. So let's name today's topic, which is AI agents and AI assistants. So those two words or those two technical terms actually it has a lot of similarities, but there are specific difference, and we'll go through it. So first of all, first item is autonomy. So AI assistants can react, and they are working in the reactive mode, where it means that you as a user you're providing some input, and AI assistant is providing you an undefined outcome. The information which you're providing to AI assistants, it's very specified to specific tasks. So you cannot ask AI assistant very generically, like what is the weather today, or how I can make I know something with the cooking or whatever. Yes. So it has very limited actions, and it works in reactive mode, which means that okay, you need to provide input and then you will get the output. Now, so let's write it down. So reactive mode. Now, what is difference? What is difference with the AI agents? AI agent works in proactive mode, so it means that the AI agent itself, it could make decisions itself. I have in mind to say they or he she can make decisions itself, but it does not have a soul. Maybe sometime in the future. Right now, it does not have it. So anyway, AI agent is able to make proactive actions, which means decisions by itself. So here, proactive mode, self-decision making. Okay, second point, which is continuation of decision making. So AI assistants is able to make also decisions, but those decisions are based on defined rules. So when you're creating AI assistant, you need to define how it should be behave, what outcome you need to be produced, in which frame this AI assistant will work. So it has very specified actions. For example, if you would like to have email assistant, you need to very specifically define what will be an input. So what kind of information this assistant will get, how to format the email, and what outcome it should be producing. Of course, you don't need to know any programming language to actually define it, because actually it will be making classical way to define that. But you need to describe in words what does it mean. So second, decision making for AI assistant, but in defined scope and environment. Now, moving to AI agent side of things, so it could make a complex decisions, which means that there you don't need to define specific frame, specific input, output, and have very precise information. It can work more or less independently, and it could make decision on its own. Of course, I'm very oversimplifying that, but I want to bolden what is the main areas of difference. So we can write here autonomous decision making. Okay, let's move on. The third one. So the third one is learning. So for AI assistants, AI assistant, it has very limited learning capabilities. It means that, okay, you have defined the frame, how it should behave, but actually there is not so much options of, I would say, external or technical connections under the hood where assistant can read additional data. Of course, there are certain technical capabilities, but the main learning for AI assistant is based on the information which is provided by the user. So this is why it's limited learning. So we can write it down. It's limited learning. Now, when we talk about AI agents, so again, it's more autonomous. It learns over time, which means that AI agent is able to store particular information over time, and this information will be used as a context or the background information when when you will be next time talking with such AI agent. What does it mean in reality? That you can feel that AI agent is learning about you over time, and over time it's providing better outcome, better responses for you. So this is where the main difference came from. So limited learning, we can write it out. No most learning. Okay, let's move on. The fourth one, task complexity. So for AI assistant, it's very simple tasks or predefined tasks, because it's coming to our previous mentioned points that you need to define unspecified frames. So simple tasks and limited tasks again. Now when it comes to AI agent, it could have even multi-step approach. So for example, you provide the input, there is the research phase, there is a data collection phase, there is some reasoning phase, there could be multiple steps to produce the high quality outcome for you. So again, complex and multi-level. I can compare to the real world example. For example, you're asking someone tell me something about you, and this person provides you response, my name is John. This will be AI assistant because it has like very limited scope, which was like instruction given before that, okay, you will be providing only the name if someone will ask this kind of question. With AI agent, it will be, hello, my name is John, I live there and there, my hobbies are those, and so on and so forth. It will provide more complex and more, I would say, fulfilling and more volume response for you. And we are reaching the fifth point, the last one, which is interaction. So AI assistant requires direct interaction with the user, which means that it does not work by itself. If the user provides input, the AI assistant will provide you the outcome. Now, AI agents operates autonomously. Again, I mentioned this word maybe nth time today, but this is how it works. AI agent could work in the background, and to trigger AI agent to be working, user don't need to provide the input. Of course, it could be like that, but the whole point of agent is that it's autonomous, it makes decision, and it could work even without human intervention. So AI assistant requires direct interaction, agent autonomous. So To summarize this theoretical part, this is the main difference between AI agent and AI assistant. Now I would like to jump into the technical part. So let's have a look. Um, let's have a look for our automation platform. So here is the N8N, sorry, as I mentioned at the beginning. And here you can see very simple few blocks of automation which will go through it, and I will explain what is behind that one by one. So as you can see on the left hand side, we have as an input interface input tool from the users, which is Telegram. Then we are going to two blocks where this long-term information, long-term context of the users is stored. So one is long-term memories. It's called long-term memories here, but this is where the agent is storing all the information which we're providing for the long-term context. And the second one, we have notes for the more ongoing stuff which will be stored. Then we have a couple of data manipulation blocks, which is specific to N8N, but basically we are merging those two inputs to single one, and then we are entering the most probably interesting part, where we have a specific module from N8N, which is a tools agent. And what this module allows, it connects a few things. One, we're collecting our ChatGPT, in this case, which is GPT-4o mini model, which is quick and and very good for this kind of use cases. Then we have a local context data store, which means that when you're talking with the agent, you'll be able to locally store this information while you're talking. And then we have those two additional blocks, which I already mentioned at the beginning, where AI agent is defining how to store them in external storage. And in this case, it's Google Docs. And what is very nice here, that the storage could be multiple and different one. It could be Google Docs, it could be something else, it could be database, it could be Notion, it could be any other kind of storage which you wish. And then we have the outcome, which is again, the response is going to Telegram. So user writes something, and then the response is going back to the user. And each time when you provide more and more information, you're asking a different kind of questions, this agent, you will see that it produces more precise information and answers for you. This agent is very generic. It just configured in a way which tells you how generically speak about certain topics. It just does not have like specific specialization or multiple specializations, but this form could be extended to much more, and you can connect, for example, to internet, connect to emails, connect to your calendar, connect to any other information which you have about yourself. So you will have like as close as possible real AI agent, so it would feel as you're working with real human assistant. Assistant in this case, I mentioned again that this technically is not AI assistant, but if you may feel that, okay, I have something which serves as a real human helping to, for example, schedule a meetings. And what is also important to remember here, that I didn't create it from the scratch. There are plenty of different templates in the N8N automation platform. Of course, you need to know how to connect to all those tools, like generate your OpenAI or ChatGPT API and all the credentials, Google Docs, all this stuff. So if you are interested to go deeper into technical details, how to configure it yourself, subscribe, leave your comment. Also, if you see that something is not correct, I made some mistakes, or I explained something which is not true, please drop a comment. We'll be more than happy to discuss or even have a meeting with you on Zoom to go over those topics. So for today, that's it. Thank you very much, and see you next time.